All right, take 1532. Let's do this. Hello, my name is Mohammed Madi, student number 118065101. Today I'm going to be doing a TED Talks presentation for my English 11 orientation assignment. Now, I've been asked to talk about a topic which I'm very passionate about, and I chose defeating ignorance with the power of knowledge. Now, before we start, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, that is a huge topic that you're going to be talking about, so you're going to have to narrow it down just a wee bit. Now, to narrow it down a bit, I'm going to be talking about how ignorance affects everyday people when it comes to politics. Now, I believe that ignorance is the root to many problems. Political warfare, religious warfare, cultural warfare, basically every warfare there is. Now, ignorance, it blinds people and it misleads us, which may lead to violence and hatred. Hatred, ignorance, and politics. Wow, I've never heard that in the same sentence before. Now, my question is, when it comes to politics, why do people from different races hate each other when their governments hate each other? To talk about that more, we're going to be talking about the Western world versus the Middle Eastern world. Now, I'm an 18-year-old Iranian male that was born and raised in Canada. So if you think about it, I have the perspective of Iranian, and I have the perspective of North American. Now, there's a huge political warfare between America and Iran. We're not going to discuss about why, because that's not the point. Now, growing up, my father was heavily involved in politics. You would always hear him badmouth about Iranian politics, and you would hear him badmouth even more about American politics. And it came to the point where my father started actually hating Americans. And I always wondered, why? Now, every year, my parents take me back to Iran so I can, visit the motherland. And the more I went to Iran, and the more that I grew up, I started realizing why. Now, as a kid, I never wanted to watch the news because, it was the news and there's Saturday morning cartoons, so. Anyway, when I hit the age of 16, I started watching news. And what I saw, I immediately clicked. Here's the problem. In North America, when you watch the news about Iran, it's always about how Iran is backwards, twisted, medieval-minded. Then in Iran, when you watch the news about America, it's always about how vile and how such sneaky snakes Americans are that just want your oil. And I've noticed these medias from these different countries have never said anything good about each other. Now, some people, not saying all people, some people are like sheep. All they do is follow. They do not look around and say, hey, what's going on? They just basically hear the bell and they just run after the sheep who has the bell around their neck. And who's the shepherd? Politicians and the media. So when you have the media portraying the opposing country as this horrible, horrible place, and you have the ignorant sheeps looking at the TV like, there's going to be some hatred. So when you have America and you have Iran bad-mouthing about each other, and when you have ignorant sheeps watching this is what ignorance is doing. It's narrowing the people's perspectives about each other. And you have people like me that carry both cultures, and they look at this and they're like, wait, what? Why do you two hate each other? You're a human, and you're a human, and you have a family, and you have a family, and you are a working class citizen, you're a working class citizen, and you are Muslim, and you are Christian, which are both from the Abrahamic religions. But let's not get into that. So my question is, why do you two hate each other? You're both the same. You both are people with lives, with families, but then again, you're hating each other just because your governments do not agree upon something. Just because your government does not agree with his government, and your guys' governments are fighting each other, you should not hate him, and he should not hate you. Because why? You're not politicians. You're people. Yes, we get it. You're concerned about your country. But really, why do you hate each other? But he didn't do anything to deserve this hate. He's working at the little kebab stand over there, and he didn't do anything to deserve this hate because he's working at the Burger Shack. So my point is, if these two people knew the good things about each other and knew about each other's heritage, they would know that they're the same people. They both have the same tasks and same responsibilities every single day. So these two are not different. Politicians have their own battle, which is mostly about greed, land, money, oil. Our battle is working every day and providing for our families. Instead of these two people being ignorant and following like sheep, they would realize that, wow, we are the same. So why are we attacking each other when we should keep the peace and try to get our governments to keep the peace? We are all the same. We're all humans. The more knowledge we have about each other, the better we can defeat ignorance. So that was my presentation about defeating ignorance with the power of knowledge. I really hope you enjoyed it. My name is Mohammed Ahmadi. Thank you for watching.